Testing 1 2. Test 1 2. Test test. Test test test.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's no power for the mixer.
Yeah, so just we'll lose power.
Right, can you just test again for a second?
Testing 1 2 1 2 testing.
Okay. Alright, we're live, man.
Hello and welcome to Bar TV Sports coverage of this Round 8 Men's Capital Football League game live from Googong. As you can tell, it's a little bit windy out here at the Duncan Sports Field. I'm Brent Ford and I'll be taking you through the action this afternoon. We'll start today's coverage looking at the visitors who started the season in fine fashion, Tuggeranong United. They won 4 games in a row. They dropped their last 2 before the bye. They come into this game obviously fresh legs, wanting a win out here in Googong. Have a look at the Monaro Panthers. Their side, they've had the one win this season. That was against Olympic in round 2. Since then they've struggled, but last week was a classic, a 4-4 draw with Whedon Western. So they'll be keen to take that form into this week. Prior to that, they'd only scored the 1 goal for the season. So it was a bit of a a surprise packet in a way. We'll go through their side. Alpha Inc. starting in goal for Monaro. We're looking at Jarvis Hamilton in number 7. Samuel Smith will start in number 9. Barak Kosak will start in number 10. Ole Stigovic in number 11. Edward McCarthy in number 12. Sam Lavella in number 13. Stefan Todorowski in number 15. Adam Niau in number 17. Sam Rostbucken in number 20. And Daryl Samuel Hall will start in number 23. For the visitors, Mate Barisic will start in number 2. Marco Gaia will start in number 3. Jonathan Turak in number 4. Matt King will start from the bench. Kitty will start in number 6. Regan Walsh, the captain, number 7. Shane Murray, number 8. Andrew Slavich, number 9. Daniel Sikowski, number 11. Isaiah Hagi in number 12. Mitchell Steenbergen in number 13. Benjamin Minat will start off the bench. Jamie Verncombe off the bench, and Edward Coggan also off the bench. So it'll be Tuggeranong to kick us off here. Beautiful wintry conditions. It should be some fast-flowing football here. Sokovki just waiting for the go-ahead here. Gets the all clear and we're underway. A nice early ball there from Murray. And Tuggeranong will look to control it through Barisic. Has Slavic out on this wing, but opts to play it back there to Kitty. Be interesting to see how these two sides start today. As I noted in the pre-game, Tuggeranong started the season really well with those 4 wins on a trot. Just hit some bumpy road where Monaro's season really hasn't got going. They did score the 4 goals in a 4-4 draw last week. A ball here looking for Kitty. Slavic calls him in, but it'll be dealt with easily there by Alpha Inc. at the back. Working it out here for Monaro. A chance for Stegovic, but Slavic tracks back well in a good contest, and he wins the ball well. And he'll play it out through his captain, Regan Walsh, but pass just goes astray there, and perhaps some nerves there from Slavic. A chance for McCarthy to bring it back in. Taken away by Sikovsky, and Tuggeranong with a chance. Plays for a free kick there in midfield, not coming. And Niau wins the free kick in the end. So a bright start here from Monaro. A long ball played there, and Kitty will win the free kick, much to the disgust there of Stegovic. Some long balls early there from Monaro Panthers, and Tuggeranong will play their own, but it's met easily there, and they control it in midfield. That was Kosak there, but he gives it away, and Kitty plays Sikovsky, and Hagi is just offside there. But you can see there was some nice play there from Tuggeranong. And it'll be Samuel Hall to... No, he opts to leave it. It'll be Mitchell Whedon. It wasn't Alpha Inc. in goal before. It's actually Whedon who's come in. That's a late change. They're not happy there, Tuggeranong. And Niall will get the free kick. It was Stegovic who was taken there. Don't know if there was a whole lot in that one. So Kosak with an early chance. 2-man war from Tuggeranong. Opts to play it across the box, looking for Samuel Hall. He gets a head in it. It's cleared there by Gaia. And Slavic with a chance. He gets his head on it. Plays Sikovsky. Nice touch in. Opts to play it back, and Tuggeranong just Selling the ball there. Slavic made a good tackle there. Still controlling it. Some intense pressure there from Monaro, and this time it's Barisic. He's onside on that far side in the sunshine and plays a bit of a nothing ball in the end across the pitch, and that'll run out for a throw in for Monaro. Early intensity to this game is quite high. Tuggeranong with a chance to go into second spot in this game if they do win it, sort of behind Canberra FC. But here's a chance for Stegovic. He leaves Kitty behind and he has a chance on the edge to send a ball in. Goes with the outside of the foot, and Smith with a chance there. And in the end, the linesman calls offside, but some nice build-up play there from Monaro. Barton in goal for Tuggeranong here. The keeper will play it long in that bright red kit, looking for Sikowski, and he's beaten on the head and a couple of headers, but it's coming back and he gets beaten again, Sikowski there. Some nice play from Todorowski. Bit of an interesting challenge there from Chirek in midfield, but Monaro managed to hold it, and in the end it's Regan Walsh who manages to clear for Tuggeranong. Hagi with the header. Just sense that the side that settles down here first is going to be the one that's sort of going to get the first points on the board. There just seems to be a rapid intensity about this game. Tuggeranong looking to seal second or third spot here, really put a gap between them and those who are chasing the top four, and Monaro obviously looking to start their season after a few tough games, and Slavic has a chance here on the right side. Made that good run and gets the first touch. Looks inside, flashes across Hagi, but it's cleared well there by Vella. And he's side a corner. Does Hagi, and it looks like it'll be Murray that'll go to take it. Off into that sunshine in the northwest side of the ground. Plenty of talk in the box, a bit of movement, a nice ball there to Gaia. Plays it back to Murray. He flashes something wide and it's dealt with well there by Samuel Hall. Another corner, this time Kitty will go to take the... It'll be a throw actually. Gets a new ball. Chance to go long into the box here. It's a nice ball from Kitty in, but no one's there, and it's dealt with well by Samuel Hall again. Back to Kitty. Chance in a bit of a nothing ball from Walsh in the end, and it gives the Monaro Panthers a chance to counter-attack here through Jarvis Hamilton. He plays a nice ball there to Ross Buchan, and they're away. Kitty gets back in that sweeping role, and they manage to clear, and Slavic with a chance now to really move that counter-attack. It's just a bit disjointed at the moment, both sides, when they're going forward. The play in midfield is quite quick, but just lacking that finishing touch in the early stages. Chance for Tuggeranong on that other side. Up to go back and played out through defence. Just missing Sikowski with the header there, and Todorowski can clear it. Opposite player back. And then a long ball, a nice long ball, forcing Kitty to... And Kitty wins it. Stegovic not happy with that. It's been a good battle in the early stages between Stegovic and Kitty on that left side. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see some cards. Has been that sort of fiery type as Kitty looks for Slavic. And there is Kitty again. He gets the nice little nutmeg there on Stegovic. And Tuggeranong will look for a Hagi, but as I said before, it's just a little bit disjointed as Sternbergen goes back and takes it. Plays it in midfield to Turek. They've had some nice moves down this right side. But again, they hold it, and Walsh nearly turned over there by Murray. Plays Kitty wide. And he wins the touch. I get a touch myself. Kitty, nice ball in. Tries a bit Turek and plays a nice ball to Barisic. He beats one. But a poor ball in, and Kitty will play it back into Turek. Sikovsky has he Hagi wide, plays him. Getting back there well was Jarvis Hamilton, and cleared in the end by Vella. Not a bad tactic. No real balls on the side there, so saving a bit of time. Let the defence get back and get set. Steenbergen to bring it in. But again, there hasn't been a whole lot of success there with Samuel Hall in defence for Monaro, managing to clear everything, and they win a free kick. Chance for everyone to breathe as Whedon gets it. In the end, it comes out to McCarthy at left back. He plays that ball looking for Smith. He wins it in the box. Looks to play it in, but just too much angle on it, and it goes out for a goal kick for Barton. Barton with the nice goal kick. Again, Monaro win the header there, and they can set up attack. Was a chance there for Smith, but goes begging, and Slavic wins it back to Kitty. Fascinating battle there again with Stegovic, and that time goes out for a throw to Kitty. Not a whole lot of movement forward for Kitty. Goes long looking for Slavic. He loses that header to McCarthy. And in the end, it's cleared well there. Come in under. Kitty with it. Again, not a whole lot of movement, so he plays it midfield. Up to switch it that side, that time through Murray. Just controlling it now as they've got plenty back. A nice ball there looking for Barisic, but Whedon gets out well and controls it there. Plays it wide to McCarthy. Nearly a turnover in midfield. Ross Buchan with it. He can't control it, and McCarthy will just send it long. Not the worst ball looking for Jarvis Hamilton there, and dealt with well by Gaia. Nearly created something out of nothing there, McCarthy, looking for Jarvis Hamilton. There was some quick movement there from the right winger. Nice ball in, looking for Hagi. Barisic can control it. He does fall over. There's cries for a free kick, none coming. Kitty will have to clean up at the back here. He does well. Met with a good tackle there by Ross Buchan. He can go in, win the ball himself, but dealt with there well by the captain, Regan Walsh. McCarthy plays Ross Buchan back. Can't deal with it is Kosak. And Walsh clears it off Kosak. Plenty of talk at the back from Samuel Hall. Trying to organise his troops at the back as Kitty throws it in. McCarthy beats Slavic to the header. Cries of handball there against Turek. None coming. And it's played all the way back there to Whedon. Pressure comes from Barisic and he clears it well, looking for Jarvis Hamilton. Plays a nice ball there to Rossbucken in midfield. Beats one. Plays it back out to Jarvis Hamilton. Can play a nice ball in, but pass just goes astray there. Some nice build-up play there from Monaro. So Barton with the goal kick. He's opted to go long so far this afternoon. Looking for Slavic, he can't get there and it's dealt with easily. Kosak with it. Just sent out there by Tuggeranong. McCarthy with a chance, he plays it there to Stegovic. Beats Kitty this time back to McCarthy. And some nice pressure there from Slavic. Pressing well, plays Rossbucken. And McCarthy, perhaps a little bit lazy there from Slavic, just putting the foot out. McCarthy wins a free kick in midfield. Chance to get numbers into the box here. Perhaps looking for the head of Samuel Hall. Todorowski, a nice ball in. Not quite what he was after though, as it's dealt with well. McCarthy only as far as Kitty. His ball's poor though, and it's turned over in midfield for Niao. Now Rossbucken with a nice touch. Beats one. Can't get past Kitty, who gets caught there. Straight back to his feet though. He's not happy with that as they turn it over. Niao with a chance. Meant a good tackle there, and Tuggeranong can counter now. Through Nachevsky. Plays Murray. Has a man left. And he wins the free kick against Kosak there. So a few heavy challenges of late. A quick ball. It was a bit of a nothing there. Kitty remonstrating with his defenders there. A bit frustrated that they continue to turn the ball over. I said earlier, it looks like the side that can compose themselves in this game will be the one who's likely to break the deadlock here. Another side able to compose themselves as yet. McCarthy in that corner. Just tries to clear it to Kitty with a nice tackle in there. Plays it to Slavic. And it'll be dealt with there by Whedon. Chance to counter. He plays Yarmus on that other side. And he wins a throw for his side there, Jarvis Hamilton. Nice ball looking for Smith. But it's dealt with well by Steenbergen, but only as far as Jarvis Hamilton. He plays a nice ball there for Stegovic, but out quickly was Barton. A chance goes begging there, but he again turns it over. It's just one of those games at the moment. Chirac with a nice touch, and Slavic can play Kitty if he wants to. He opts to take a touch, McCarthy, and he can't find Barisic, who's done a lot of work early. And it's just really shadowed well there by Todorowski. So Whedon with the goal kick here. With the keeper cap on. There is a bit of sunshine. Beats everyone with the head and Kitty with a chance. He beats Stegovic that time, and a bit of a nothing ball from Steenbergen, and Rossbucken just taps it on. Hall out to Jarvis Hamilton on that right side, looking for Kosak, but cleared there by Walsh, and Murray will get it. He looks for Hagi, and he'll be called offside just. A good call there from the linesman. He was clearly offside. Just needed to weigh that half a stutch. Samuel Hall will take the free kick. Just a short ball. Plenty of numbers back. Try and draw them out. Happy to play with it is Samuel Hall. He'll play a long ball looking for Neo, but it's cut off well by Gaia. Just settles on it as Jarvis Hamilton with the challenge, and they managed to win it as it's out on that outer side. But again, just that last pass is going astray. Nice ball out here to Stegovic, but in well is Slavic that time. The right winger for Tuggeranong United, who's had a few early touches. This time helps Kitty. He's right back out in defence. McCarthy plays Kosak. Back to McCarthy, a chance to get a ball in. Dealt with well there. Barisic plays it to Slavic. McCarthy wins it though. Does well, the left back. Plays a nice ball there to Smith. A flashing shot and he scores! Bottom left. It was pretty unexpected, but it's exactly what this game needed. You thought that Tuggeranong perhaps pressing early were the side that was likely to get the first goal. But McCarthy wins the ball in midfield there. He plays his striker in Sam Smith with a fantastic flashing shot from outside the box, and he opens the scoring here in Gugong. And now it'll be Tuggeranong who, after the bye, prior to that, they had the 2 losses after winning 4 straight, and it's now their game to chase. So they kick it off, and it'll be one of those goals where Monaro will be desperate not to concede straight after. They did concede 4 last week after scoring 4 themselves. So Chirek in midfield plays it to Kitty out wide. They've organised themselves really well defensively as Walsh plays Murray. And on that outer side with a chance from Steenbergen. But getting back well is Vella, and he'll just play it out, send it to the other field, and give his side a chance to really get back in numbers here on that western side of the field. Kitty will come across. You can see what's coming here. It'll be a long ball into the box. It is a long ball. Dealt with well by Samuel Hall. Jarvis Hamilton beaten to it there by Turek and beats everyone in the end, and he has a chance to throw it back in. Plays his captain in Walsh. Sends it to that other side, but it's dealt with well, and now a chance for Monaro to go on the counter-attack. Taken there from Jarvis Hamilton, and Chirek can play Murray. A lot of numbers back. A nice ball looking for Slavic. Can he get there? Just beats his right winger there. It's a chance for Whedon to get it long. It's a nice ball. Chirek just gets up. Beats Kosak to the header, but goes off. McCarthy in no hurry to get to the throw-in. Plays Kosak. And Kitty does well with the help and manages to keep it in with Slavich, but only as far as Mccarthy. He's got a nice touch, this left back, does Mccarthy, and a chance with Samuel Hall. And Todorowski plays it in midfield to Ross Buchan. He beats one. That was a nice touch there. They turn it over, some nice pressure, and Barisic just with a poor ball, and Zukovsky remonstrates with his midfielder there. Clearly frustrated. They are behind here. Ross Buchan to McCarthy. Only as far as Kitty. He's done a lot of work on that right side. Plays Slavich. Frustrated again, but Kosak can't hold it. And it's after that goal, it's Monaro who look a lot more composed than Tuggeranong. Sometimes the case when he scores, Murray goes on a run, plays Hagi. Back to Zukovsky. Nice pressure there from Ross Buchan. Plays Hagi again. Zukovsky wins a touch. Out and cries for a penalty there, but a good challenge from both players there. Zukovsky in on goal, and he's met well by Whedon. Steenbergen wins that header. Chance for Murray. Has Slavich wide here in plenty of space. He helps to play it back to Kitty. Cries of take it forward after that backwards pass there, and all the way back now to Barton, and pressure is just lifted here from Monaro as Steenbergen. Now a nice ball into Hagi on that western side, and chips over his feet a little bit there. He's the leading goal scorer for Tuggeranong this year with 3. They were looking for him to possibly do something in this game, but they're just a bit frustrated at the moment, are the Tuggeranong players. Just ticking over 26 minutes here. It's 1-0 to the Monaro Panthers. It's McCarthy just plays out the Kosak, and he goes back and gets it himself. Chance for Sam Smith. But again, Kitty in that right back does well to clear it. Forcing Ross Buchan all the way back to the keeper, and he just send it all the way back and forcing Walsh to retreat. A poor ball to Kitty, and in the end he wins the clear frustration from players, and Stegovic gets probably his first and final warning there. There's actually Kosak who remonstrated with the ref, so perhaps a case of mistaken identity there. Walsh plays it to Hagi. Barisic. Some nice play there for Hagi. He's in on the goalkeeper. Surely. A nice save from Whedon. Gets a second chance, Hagi, and a corner. It's sometimes the case when you are in on goal, you sometimes opt to do a little bit too much, and he's just played that straight into Whedon there. Without a doubt, though, in the first 27 minutes, that was Tuggeranong's best chance. Murray with the corner. Bit of a nothing ball. Beats the first, and Chirac, forces a lovely save there from Whedon. Just really up their tempo here, Tuggeranong. 2 lovely chances. Plenty of talk out there. Murray with a chance. Goes to Barisic. Sikowski turning. And never really troubled the keeper there. He did have a few options there. Option to take the shot himself. And that one flashes wide of the post. Lost opportunity there for Tuggeranong. I was certain it was going to be 1-1 there, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Whedon just taking his time now. Plays a long ball. Dealt with well, but will be a throw and a chance for Monaro. Looking for Kosak. And Smith with a bit of a shove there on Walsh. I thought there may have been a free kick there, but shoulder to shoulder it's ruled. So another chance here as Samuel Hall heads into the box. Such a large target, and he'll get up here for the header, and he's the free kick given as he just gets into the back there. Quick ball played as they're going back, Stanbergen, but just too much sauce on that one. They want to take his time. Whedon plays it long. Met there by Turak. Kosak wins it though. Down to Stegovic. Back to Kosak. Some nice touches there, and Rossbucken in midfield. Beats Slamich. Can't get past Murray though. And he'll play Hagi. He's got the pace there. You can see it there. He's started half a metre behind and ended up 2 metres in front. It's dealt with well though by Whedon. And again, just another clearance there by Vella. On that outer side. Just ticking over half an hour gone. Plays the ball back to Murray. Plays it to Steenbergen. Now a Hagi with a nice first touch. Plays it to Turak. He flashes a shot, but it's dealt with well by McCarthy. And now they should clear. No, Kitty with a nice touch. Can't get it through though, and Jarvis Hamilton will clear that through Rossbucken. And now Kosak. He has a man to his right. Opts to play with the outside of the foot. It's Smith there. And it'll be Stegovic offside, but just caught a man short there with Tuggeranong. Nearly paid for it. Slavic looking for Sikowski, but just beaten there. And Whedon and Samuel Hall can just clear it up here from Monaro to Niao. No one really coming to him, so he can just play that nice ball to Vella. And a Hagi just with a sliding challenge there. Gives away the free kick to Vella. He's in that time and he wins it. Just can't find Sikowski as Samuel Hall is in there. Will win a throw though. Nikovsky plays a Hagi. Nice touch there. Just a bit of show of strength there. Steenbergen. Just can't get past Vella. Does control it though, and he does beat him in the end. And a nice touch inside. Has a shot and just flashes it right there. Some nice work there from the left back. Goal hit here for Whedon. 33 minutes gone in this first half here at Gugong. And it is the Monaro Panthers surprise 1-0 leaders after that goal from Smith. It was a fantastic strike from outside the box. And they have a win on the head there, and Stegovic opts to leave it for McCarthy. McCarthy just sizing up his options. Can play it short. Does in the end, but it's turned over too easily there by Smith. Barisic with a nice touch in midfield. Gets past one. Can play Turak. Has Slavic running wide for him, and he plays him in. Half a yard offside. Perhaps unlucky there. I thought he may have been on. Pass perhaps coming just a fraction too late there. Can't fault the effort here, though, from Tuggeranong. They are trying to get that goal back. Todorowski just takes his time on it. Met with well there by Murray, and a chance for Barisic to go on a run. And he's met in a solid challenge there by Samuel Hall. Player's not really happy with it. Did stick the leg out. It was almost a bit of a cynical one. Perhaps unlucky to avoid a card. Good chance to set up here through Murray. Plays the ball to Hagi. On that western side, plays a nice back heel, but it's dealt with well by Vella. Another chance here for Tuggeranong. I've seen some creative set pieces from them today. As Barisic just sitting on the edge of the box and flashes to the right side of the post that almost caught them napping there. Expecting one deep into the box and left Barisic on the edge, basically on his own. Whedon with the chance to send it long. Kosak wins it. Coming across is Steenberg. Ross Buchan. Plays Stegovic. It's dealt with well by Gayer in the end. And he wins the throw, so Kitty will bring it back in. Goes that long ball looking for Sikovsky, who's held, and he does win the free kick there on Todorowski. Nice bit of showmanship between the two players there. Mate Barisic with it. Up to switch the play. Looking for a Hagi, but it's dealt with well by Jarvis Hamilton. Plays it into Ross Buchan. And they deal with it well out here to McCarthy. Ross Buchan, he worked forward really well there, and he's in on this left side. Just gets past one. Then opts to play it back to Stegovic. Niao. A bit of a nothing ball, and a chance for Barton to clean up at the back there. Goes the short ball this time to Turak. Plays it outside to Stenberger, and Murray just loses it a little bit too easily in midfield there. Turak wins it back to Hagi. Ross Buchan in well there, and he wins it. Plays it wide, a chance for Smith. And Kitty in well there with a good challenge. I think it'll be a goal. No, it will be a corner, but sweeping across there was the right back in Kitty, and he manages to save a certain shot on goal there for Stegovic. That's been a really good battle so far today. Kosak will be the one to play the corner kick in. Could easily see this going to Samuel Hall at the back. He's such an imposing figure. That's where it heads. He does get ahead to it. Cries of handball. It's cleared away there on the last line by Tuggeranong, and they survive a certain scare there. They force him all the way back here. Sikovsky. Kosak. Perhaps a bit of an unlucky yellow there for, I believe it's Stenbergen on that other side. He went down like he was shot there, did Kosak. Don't think there was a great deal of contact, but he's still down and he'll probably receive some treatment here. Perhaps the amount of time that he is staying down suggests there was some contact. Just having a chat to the referee now, and perhaps may have caught one in the crown jewels, which may be the reason he's staying down. Slowly gets to his feet here as they are setting up for the free kick, so he will have to get out of the area if he's not going to take part in it. Oh, what a fantastic strike there. It was Niao. They did win that free kick in such a good position. I didn't think there was a whole lot of contact there, and it's 2-0 for Monaro in this game. There was almost something from nothing, both of their goals, so Tuggeranong can perhaps feel a little bit hard done by, but when you strike them like that, it's extremely hard to stop, and their deserved 2-0 leaders here are the Monaro Panthers. Kosak's still struggling on that far side, but surely that goal will help him a little bit as Murray looks for Hagi, and as we head into the shadows of half-time, it's Monaro in a really commanding position here of 2-0. Completely unexpected. Looking at the two sides before this game, I did have Tuggeranong penciled in for a win. Not an easy one, given last week's result with Monaro, but a win regardless. So Tuggeranong with it all to do here in the final stages of the first half. Looking for Slamich, he gets caught behind, and Murray with a nice touch gets around one, gets around two. Was it there to Steenbergen? To Barisic, and it's just been that last touch that's letting Tuggeranong down today. Mind you, it's been two fantastic strikes at the other end that have been their undoing. Still plenty of time though. If you were to take a positive out of this first half for Tuggeranong, it would be that there is a second half to come. Just wondering whether it's that sun on the western side that's perhaps played with Barton in this first half. Chirac wins it in midfield. They're not happy. Murray plays it quickly to Hagi and just hasn't been on today. Mind you, that was a tough pass to control. Ball in for Kosak. Met well by Steenbergen. But again, in midfield through Niao. Sigovic just can't control it and he'll run off on the grass here. What can they conjure late in this first half, Tuggeranong? Kitty with it. Was it to Barisic? Back to Kitty. Easily dealt with by Whedon. He'll take it cleanly. No rush to kick it. Sends it long. Kosak falls in the lack of Stegovic and played in behind there, and a chance for Hall. The goal at his mercy. He had Barton where he wanted him. He opts to shoot right into that bottom corner, and he just misses. It could have easily been 3-0, and it probably would have been curtains for Tuggeranong. Barton plays it long. Niao to Kosak. Back to Niao. He turns it over though, and Gaya with the ball. Steenbergen. Back to Barton. Post touch. Looks for Kitty. Can't beat his man, and he turns it over in a bad position there. Stegovic plays Smith. Does take a touch there. We were playing rugby. It was the perfect conversion there, but it's over the post for another corner kick. No surprises where we think it's going. To the head of Samuel Hall here. Rose up high, last corner. So really in the shadows of half-time here. Kosak plays it long, looking for Samuel Hall. Does get the header on it, but just wide. Never really troubled Barton there. Just such an imposing figure on the field. Plays it to Walsh. A nice ball there. But Sikovsky is beaten well by Samuel Hall there, and Kitty will have to pick it up from halfway. In the extra time here, urging his players forward is Kitty. A nice long ball into the box. Steenbergen. Now it's Murray there. He flashes one and straight through the post again, but not quite where he wanted it. So not long now, a chance for Tuggeranong surely to regroup and regather their thoughts at half-time. But if you're Monaro, just about been the perfect first half for them. Only really gave Tuggeranong the two chances. I thought Hagi might have taken one of them. But alas, it wasn't to be for Tuggeranong. And at this rate, it looks like they will go into the sheds 2-0 down. Whedon will play it long. Kosak plays it down to Smith, but not a whole lot happening there for him, and Kitty will play it. Hasn't stopped, has Nikovsky, and surely a yellow there for Todorowski, but none coming perhaps. Very, very lucky there for Todorowski, and they are having a chat. It was a good point there by Barisic, saying we got a card for something similar. Why didn't they get one? But again, still very frustrated after going down 2-0. But Murray with a chance to set something up, and they could get a goal that could really bring them back into this contest. Ball in from Murray, takes a deflection from Rossbucken and dealt with well there by Whedon. And that'll do us for the first half. A surprise scoreline here as Monaro take the 2-0 lead into the break. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
practice on.
What's that?
Must be
Well, yeah, they should play him more often. Why doesn't it? Riverside Sportsman.
Oh, Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably plays a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, it's a pretty good pitch.
How are you not getting the glare from the sun with your camera?
I am.
Oh, you
I have
are?
to look through the viewfinder.
Oh.
Down this end. Like through the...
But it's coming up like clear on the screen, or?
Kinda, but... It's just like the pink, it's very dark.
Ah.
It's like just shadowy. It's pretty good on this side.
Yeah. It seems to be that anyway. They're all different colour. This is so much.
yours. Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. When you went, sorry about that. When you went, oh, they dropped everything in, so we just go away, go away. Oh, we went back, I don't know. Sorry about that.
Hello and welcome back to the second half here for Bar TV. We are at the Gugong, the Duncan Sports Field here. It's been an interesting first half with the Monaro Panthers leading 2-0. Some fantastic goals there from Smith and Yao has broken the deadlock and really given them control of this game. Be interesting to see what Tuggeranong can bring in the second half. They weren't too far off the pace in that first half. It was just the disconnection going forward. They were a bit frustrated at times with one another. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do. As for Monaro, they did concede 4 goals last week. They scored 4 themselves. So that could be somewhat of a shining light here as we switch halves and look to what could be a very exciting second half. It'll be Smith and Kosak to kick us off. Smith plays it back to Rossbucken and we're underway here. Steenbergen. Barisic. Hagi, and come with that intensity straight out of the sheds of Tuggeranong, so we know what their intent's going to be in this second half. Steenbergen can play Barisic. It's been marked well all day by Rossbucken in midfield. Plays it back to Gaia. Walsh play Turak. Back to Gaia. Not a whole lot happening up forward. Rossbucken just tracking in midfield. Barisic. Back to Gaia. Beats Rossbucken on that occasion. And it comes wide. It's looking to change the play. Walsh plays Murray. Kid looking to get forward. He isn't used this time. It's really working over the Monaro Panthers at the moment. Just control the possession. Turned over there and Rossbucken with a nice touch beats one. Can't get past the second. Turek just controls it. Plays it back to Gaia. And Walsh there. Now to Kitty. Walsh just plays it long. Almost a bit of a nothing ball, and it's dealt with well there by Todorowski. Really slows the play down when they get those long kicks. It's taking such a period of time to get the ball back into play once it goes out. Some rolling hills on my side of the field on this eastern side, and on the other side there's no real protection to stop the ball from going away, and dealt with well by Niao. And as you can see, it just takes a period of time to get the ball back. Kitty can opt to go the long throw if he wants to. He will on this occasion. It's Samuel Hall there with it though. Steenbergen just with a nice touch. Not really a whole lot happening for him, and a bit of miscommunication as Hagi. They look at each other as if to say, well, I thought you were going to do this and you did something else. It's just been that sort of day so far for Tuggeranong. Still plenty of time though. Taking his time here is Whedon. Plays the ball long. Beats everyone in the end there. Steenbergen with the throw. Looking for Barisic. Hagi. Out there off Lavezza. Barisic plays it long. Samuel Hall with the big head on it. And a free kick there. Very frustrated at the Tuggeranong players at the moment. Chirac saying he got a piece of the ball. But he also looked to have collected Niao as well on the knee. Samuel Hall with it. To Todorowski. There's plenty of time to play it on that left side. Plays a nice ball in. Looking for Stegovic on that western side. Numbers everywhere. Ross Buchan with a flashing shot. Dealt with well. And a chance now for Hagi. He is onside. And he's just a really, really good challenge there from Vella. Just hasn't been a Hagi's day today. But that is some promising signs for Tuggeranong. It was a nice counter-attack. And they'll have a chance with the corner here through Murray. Barisic with the early move, and he'll get the ball. Murray just turns it over a touch too easy, but a bit of confusion, and Vella kicks it straight into Jarvis Hamilton, and we'll do it all again. Probably won't go the short one this time. They have to go short. Deflection, and cleared well as Smith and Kitty in a race for it. Kitty does well to stay with him, but Smith plays the ball in. A chance there for Stegovic, and he makes it 3-0. They've been absolutely fantastic today, and just on that counter-attack, again, they caught Tuggeranong napping, and they really take control of this game as we nearly tick over 6 minutes in the second half. You thought it was going to be Tuggeranong to get on the board first, but Hagi had that chance with the counter-attack, and it just shows if you don't take your chances. And it's been Monaro today with their sort of three or four chances, and they've taken 3 of them. It's 3-0 here at Duncan Sportsfield. It's Monaro 3, Tuggeranong 0. And again, just not a whole lot of composure from Tuggeranong off that kickoff as Murray plays it back to Steenberger. Really interesting to see what they can conjure up here as Gayo's played it to Hagi, and it was a strong challenge there. A lot of frustration here from Tuggeranong, a lot of frustration. Gayo with it. Plays it back to Steenberger. To his captain, Regan Walsh. He opts to go on a run. There's plenty of space, so why not? Is it in midfield to Sikovsky? Been a solid challenge. He manages to control the ball and just doing it all himself, and pretty easy one in the end to control by Whedon. Really doesn't have to rush if he doesn't want to. Can play that long ball. Dealt with well by Slavic. Mccarthy. Stegovic, who did score it. A nice tackle there from Slavic, and cries of a free kick, and Stegovic is still down behind the play. It was one of those clean tackles, and again in midfield they just can't control it, Tuggeranong. Murray has Steenberger wide if he wants him. Opts to go to Hagi. Hasn't been his day. And he loses it again. Walsh cleans up at the back. And at that time, perhaps just collecting him after he just before he got the ball there. It wasn't too much of a poor challenge from Ross Buchan there, but there was a free kick there. So a chance there is a bit of a breeze about, so could cause some havoc here. It'll either be Murray or Barisic to take it, and a yellow to a Hagi. So simple words from the ref saying cut it out, so it may have been some words spoken there. Plenty of talk from Samuel Hall here, trying to rally his defenders. Barisic and Murray standing over the ball. Could be a good test here for the reserve keeper, Whedon. We were expecting Alpha to be in goal from the team sheet, but Whedon's been solid so far. He hasn't conceded. But a good opportunity for Barisic here. Keeps it low, and in the end really well dealt with there by Whedon. Often you'll see those ones can sometimes bobble, but not on this occasion. So he sends it long. Kitty rises, wins it well. Walsh has got upfield now to Murray. They may play three at the back here. Tuggeranong as Kitty has a chance, a nice ball. Chirac though with that first touch and nearly turns it over, but they get the throw. Bit of urgency from Slavic. Plays it there to Chirac. Ball inside. The Vella can't deal with it. Barisic can't control it though, and in midfield a chance for Stegovic and Smith on the counter. I thought that may have been a free to Walsh, but none coming as they get through. But Gaya with the nice touch to Kitty, and Tuggeranong now with a chance to counter. It's really opened up this game. And Whedon coming a long way out deals with that well. So we have a sub here as Kitty's coming off, and that's a bit of a surprise. He's probably been Tuggeranong's best player so far today. Coming on's King. Again, not a whole lot of composure, and Smith on the counter has a chance, takes a touch and then goes on the left. And it was Jarvis Hamilton with that rebound shot, didn't really cause too much drama. Now a sub for Monaro. It'll be Jarvis Hamilton, that man who just took the shot. He'll come off. Some fresh legs on. Perhaps another defender. It'll be Piccolo there, coming into that right wing position. Short ball, a little bit of a pull one back from Chirac. Really puts them under the pump here, and Barisic with it. Doing nicely. Plays it wide. And again, in the end, it's just that last pass. Hagi has a chance wide, but he's offside. It's not his day today. Vella. Samuel Hall can take all the time in the world if he wants. When you're up 3-0, you can pretty much do what you want. Plays a long ball. Really forces Sam Smith, and he just kicks that long. And have to wait for a new ball here as he's kicked it, rolled it down the hill. He gets a warning from the ref perhaps for time wasting, but not a yellow. King. And now a Hagi has a chance on the left side. Plays a nice ball in. Looking for Kukovski, and it's just not happening at the moment for Tuggeranong. Still over half an hour, so plenty of time to get some goals on the board. Walsh plays it to King. Now Barisic to Chirac, and just forced to go back here. Steenberger, a nice ball there. And a handball though. Just bounced at the wrong time. Piccolo wants to leave it. Samuel Hall with that thick accent will opt to get over the ball. He'll go back. He might send this one long. Does exactly that. Goes to the back. It's dealt with well by Slavic. Niao. Stegovic. Just almost toying with them at the moment as McCarthy gets past Slavic with a little bit of ease. Guy had dealt with it well though, and a chance for Murray to get out of it. Plays a nice ball for Barisic, but Samuel Hall gets in well there. It's been pretty solid at the back, has Samuel Hall, and when he's had the chance to go forward, he has had a few shots on target as well with the head. So it'll be King to bring it in. There's a chance with Murray. Comes across to Hagi. His head is back to Steenberger. And just a speculator, just not a whole lot happening. Was never going to trouble Whedon there, and a bit of disappointment. Almost some resignation from the Tuggeranong players at the moment. There's not really a whole lot happening for them this afternoon as they find themselves 3-0 down in what is a touch of a surprise. Would be their third consecutive loss if you don't count the bye, and perhaps a chance here. No, it's dealt with well there by Barton, and chance for Tuggeranong on the counter. But perhaps a bit soft there, and no, that'll be a certain yellow there for Todorowski. Just time wasting, but it's called back just as Tuggeranong were away. So ball there by Gaia. There's a wine looking for Slavic. Feet, and Ross Buchan just sends it back. Could be one of those halves. That's King. Plays it. He's got a bit of time here. Just King. The fresh man. Plays Sternberger. That's a nice ball there. But again, it's that last touch. It's been their Achilles heel all day, has been that last pass for Tuggeranong. Haven't been able to put it together after the break. Whedon with the ball long. It'll be met by Chirac. Barisic. Had a chance there to play Sikovsky, didn't, and Slavic loses to Niao, and be a chance for Gaia on the other side to bring it in. But once again, looking into that box, and they can't play anything as Sam Smith is just beaten to it by King and goes out. In no real hurry to bring him back in, as we'll have a sub here. Visakovsky coming off. So a bit of changes here. Looks like Barisic will go to the top. Barisic has been creative as it's brought back in. Walsh now in midfield. Piccolo just gives away the free kick there. Not a whole lot happening for them as they play Chirac. Turned over there. Was that new man in Coggan who's gone into that right backside? Murray. And it's just played out there. And that'll be a throw for Tuggeranong as Whedon got it wide. Gaia gets it back in. Plays King. See what this reshuffle does for Tuggeranong. Stenbergen has gone back into that. Whedon does well. Nearly into our cameraman there. There's a nice clearance there from Whedon and nearly collects us up here in the stand. That would have been an expensive clearance. Steenberger plays Coggan on that right side. Goes for a run. Turns it over a little bit too easy. Ross Buchan's been real solid in that defensive mid position. He's just tracked well. Chirac cries a handball. Could have quite easily been one. Slavic now with a bit of space. He gets past. Turns inside. Still controlling it. Just couldn't find that last ball in the end. And turned over, and it's Monaro now on the attack, but some tired legs perhaps from Stegovic. It was quite a way in front of him. So we nearly get halfway through this second half. It is 3-0 to the Monaro Panthers. A poor ball by King, turned over. Kosak. Back to Samuel Hall. Gets around Barisic, but it's turned over. Gaia. He has a chance to run. Lavella's there every step of the way. A ball into Barisic. Beats one. Gets around the next. And cries at a goal. And it's... No, it'll be a penalty. And a red card. Well, that could turn things on its head. Who is it that's... Looks like it's McCarthy who's heading for an early shower, and Monaro Panthers, just when you thought that the game was just about on ice, it was a nice ball in for Barisic. He got around Whedon, and then it was McCarthy on that last line who stuck the arm out, and he stopped a certain goal which saw the red. It's almost in one of those occasions where you'd be happy to concede the goal because you'd still have a player on the field, but a chance for Murray to get Tuggeranong's first for the day, and who knows? Plenty of time left on the clock. So Murray from the spot, it's cleanly taken in the left bottom corner and wrestles with Whedon to get the ball back to halfway, and referee has to step in there, but a real chance now for Tuggeranong, you sense. We saw what happened last week when Belconnen played Canberra FC and went down to 10 men. There's a bit of energy now about Tuggeranong. Very clinical there from Murray. 3-1 the score. There'll be a sub here for Monaro. It'll be Summersby Mitchell will come on. I'm just looking to defend here as Kosak comes off. So they'll lose a striker. They'll gain an additional defender, but you just sense they'll go into sort of park the bus mode here as Rossbucken really gets past Murray with ease there. So it really comes down to whether Tuggeranong will be able to break down Monaro's almost 4 or 5 man defence. He's thrown in by Summersby Mitchell on that other side. Smith with some nice touches, just taking some time out, and it'll be cleared there by Coggan on that western side as the sun starts to head over the hills. The chill is in the air. Dealt with well by Barton. Really got to move it now. It's King. Comes from defence. Plays it out to Coggan. Chance it right back to really make a move, and he plays a nice ball for Barisic. But it's Whedon who's forced to really get out there, and he forces it out. Barisic will take the throw. Second ball on the field. Bit of time wasted there. It's back to Coggan. Pull ball in. And it forces them all the way back after Steenbergen just can't control the ball. Now to King. To Hagi. A nice ball for Gaia. He's got time. Really well in, and Rossbucker just sends that one into the houses on the other side. So coming back now. So in from Gaia. Plays King. He's got plenty of time. Monaro almost lulled into a sense of false security when they took that 3-0 lead, and they're now 10 men and really have to defend as they clear it. But only as far as Murray, and he's met in a solid challenge, and looks like that'll be a yellow to Summersby Mitchell. It is. So he's just come on, and now he's got a card. Really pressing now at Tuggeranong, looking for their second goal to get within that 1-goal margin. They were on the end of that 2-0 first half. They conceded the first goal of the second. They just managed to get one back, but you just wonder whether or not they can find those 2 goals in the next 19 minutes. Murray sizing things up. Takes a deflection, and it's really could have been something special there from Slavic. I think he went with a scorpion kick of some sort, but it's been deemed to have taken a touch from Monaro. So it'll be a chance. Walsh still in, and it'll be another corner. No. It won't be. There was calls for a corner there. I think Monaro thought when Walsh got onto that ball it was going to be a goal kick, but it was a nice ball looking for Slavic, and he just couldn't finish in the end. It was a fast ball. Really pressing now as Whedon gets the goal kick. It's a long ball and dealt with well by King. Piccolo. Gaia just got in his back there. Perhaps unnecessary at times. Really just sort of gives Monaro a chance to slow the play down. Smith will get over the ball. Just puts one in. Sunshine sort of beats everyone. And it's a poor ball there from Barton, and nearly a chance for Stegovic to really put the game to bed, but he couldn't control it. Looking for Murray. Holds it up. There's a Hagi who hasn't had a lot to do. Could have played Walsh, and he does. Captain makes a good run and really cleared. Only as far as Chirac, who's got plenty of time, but it's a poor ball in the circumstances when he had plenty of numbers to his left. Piccolo, beaten well by Gayer, and he'll get the throw. Really no movement whatsoever, and he plays Walsh to a Hagi. Ross Buchan beats him. Now really takes off with a nice touch, and just flashes one at Whedon. Could have really gone to either side of him, but it's probably our first real look at Hagi. Just the touches of brilliance, and Whedon's gone down, clutching his ribs, I think. May have landed awkwardly on the ball, but could also be a bit of time wasting here. Of course, you'd like to make sure that he's all right before play resumes. We'll get some medical attention. I think it might have been the crown jewels, perhaps. He's a bit slow. So if we go through the goals for the afternoon, Samuel Smith really sort of kicked things off with a fantastic strike from outside the 23-yard box, and then Adam Niau's free kick was probably just as good. And then it was really that shot from Stegovic after half-time that nearly put the game to bed, but was a penalty to Tuggeranong, with McCarthy being sent off. And Murray able to put that penalty into the left corner that's really brought the game to life in the sort of final quarter of an hour. A Hagi. Whedon doesn't judge it well at all, and Hagi gets the second. And as I was saying before, just when you thought the game was going to bed, some errors, some costly errors from Monaro, and it's 3-2. And a bit of life, some real life about Tuggeranong at the moment. You can't really say the same for Monaro, who, to be honest, have really gone to sleep since they took that 3-0 lead through Stegovic. So now it's Piccolo. He turns it over in midfield. Barisic plays it to Gayer, to a Hagi. Back to Gayer. Nice ball back to Barisic. He could almost tie things up here. No, he plays it back to Murray. And in the end, it's that last pass that's just gone astray. Gayer to a Hagi. He plays it wide, looking for Slavic. Controls it well. Back to Steenberger. He goes on a run. But now a chance on the counter through Sam Smith. Plays Piccolo. Dealt with really well there by King. He's got plenty of time on the left here. They're that man up, but they're a goal down. Can they find the extra? Ball from Coggin. Slavic. Slavic in on goal. And no, just dealt with well by Whedon. Slavic stays down. He knows could have been the equaliser. With plenty of time left. 13 plus change to go here. Steenberger doesn't deal with it. Under a bit of pressure, but he plays King. Forces Gayer into it. Chance though for Smith. And that flashes off. No, it flashes off the second crossbar. So it'll be a goal kick. Played quickly to King. They're not really giving Monaro a chance to set as Walsh Plays it with the outside of the foot, looking for Gaia. Sets him a task and really dealt with well there by Vella. Gaia back to Walsh. Really starting to control things since he moved into the midfield. Perhaps an ambitious ball looking for Slavich. Falls to Coggin though. Can't get past the first defender and forced to go back. Is Murray, and he'll get the ball. He'll beat one. Hagi perhaps pushed there by Hill, and they're just really parking the bus now. Monaro Panthers trying to cling to this 1-goal lead that they have. It was 3 not that long ago. Walsh, just that last pass goes astray. Smith a chance, but he'll control it actually. After he managed to win the ball. Plays Ross Buchan. Beats one. Beats a second. He's in on the box. Can't quite control it. Plays a Smith. And now a chance. But as you see, not many really committed forward by Monaro. But Hagi with a chance down the left side. No, he's met well in a good challenge by Vella. Defended well down that right side today has Vella. So Hagi, no, he opts to give it back to Gaia. Ball into Walsh. Controls it on the second touch. Back to Gaia. Goes in on the left boot, but really misguided and lets Monaro off the hook there. Just under 10 plus change to go here. Could there be another twist in the tail of this game? It's been disastrous for that goalkeepers in that southern end of the ground. 4 goals conceded. It possibly could be the sun. It's setting to the west as Whedon takes his time with this goal kick. Wouldn't be surprised if he got a card here, but we have seen a sub. So we do see a sub. It's Baxter on for Monaro. As I was saying before, the sun making it really difficult for the players on that western side, and outrage there. Very unlucky for Piccolo not to get a penalty there. And now a free kick, and frustrations for both sides. Could have very, very easily been a penalty for Monaro there, and that really would have put things to bed. Just got to be careful not to commit too many numbers to this. Monaro, they've been caught on that counter-attack once or twice today. So ball in from Todorowski. Dealt with well. Falls though to that new man in Baxter. But it's King who does well, and Baxter again does really well. We can't win the free kick, and Gaia plays a Hagi. Oh, he keeps it in. It's dealt with really well there by Samuel Hall. Still plenty of time for either side here, really. For Monaro to put it to bed or for an equaliser. Gaia, he can sort of size it up. Plays it into the box as a nice ball. Falls to Slavich, and he scores! 3 apiece. Slavich with the goal. Referee just having a chat. Unbelievable scenes here. Tuggeranong with the last 3 goals of the game. Just when you thought they were really in trouble here, and the red card has just turned things on their head, and plenty of time here. 7 minutes to go, and suddenly Monaro, who were 3-0 up, all square. Similar scenes to last week. So Baxter gets us underway here, and you just really sense that Tuggeranong are going to go on with this and really get the 3 points that even 20 minutes ago was looking highly unlikely. Baxter with it. It's a poor ball though, and Rossbucken makes Chirac work for it, and they managed to clear in the end. It'll be Coggan down there on that right side. Slavic, that last goal scorer, plays it in looking for Barisic. It's just played high in the air by Samuel Hall. It'll fall to Chirac, perhaps to Barisic, well in by Samuel Hall, and they're able to clear, and Piccolo well done by Vella. Does well there against Gaia. Oh, he does very well there to get around him. Nice ball from Rossbucken, plays Piccolo. Plenty of time. Plays it in, looking for Stegovic. Gets around one and dealt with well in the air by Steenbergen, but it'll be a corner opportunity for Monaro as head into the final 5 minutes of this second half. There will be some extra time, and I think there may be plenty of it too. So it'll be Smith to take the corner. It's a high one. Looking for Samuel Hill at the back. Easily dealt with, and it'll be a goal kick. Chance again for Tuggeranong to press, but it'll be a yellow card for Samuel Hall there. And he'll have a chat now. Have a chat. A lot of frustration here. You imagine we could very easily have 8 or 9 minutes of extra time, given the stoppages that we have seen and some stoppages here. But it's been a funny old game, a very funny old game here, and it's been another high-scoring draw at the moment for the Monaro Panthers. As Barton sends it long. Dealt with well there by Todorowski. But it'll be Tuggeranong given a chance again. This time through Chirac. He's held there by Baxter, but nothing really doing. Getting plenty of numbers back. Summersby Mitchell a chance to clear. He can't. Plenty of desperation here for Tuggeranong. Plays a short ball. Able to turn. Hagi at the back. No chance, and Piccolo now in space. Sam Smith makes a really nice turn there on King. Beats him in the shoulder battle, but he's been... Linesman there says it was a free kick. Smith not happy with that one, and perhaps it was from behind, but very, very, very close. So a chance now for Gaia. Sends it long. You imagine, yeah, it's been him all afternoon as Samuel Hall is able to clear that one away, and he just really got high, and no one's going to really beat him from there. Played in there by Gaia. Steenberger. Real poor ball there in the circumstances. Rossbucken. Turned over though. Well done by Slavic. Met in the contest, but no free kick. I thought there may have been one. Piccolo. And it'll be a free kick, no advantage. Quite unusual. Normally they play the advantage in that situation. Samuel Hall plays a long ball looking for Piccolo. Gets it on that right side. He has some time. Numbers forward. Ross Buchan can turn on that right. Plays a bit of a nothing ball in the end. Hagi beats one. Ross Buchan right with him though. He's able to play it wide. Looking for Coggan. He's got plenty of space. They do have that extra man, but his last ball is found wanting as we reach the dying stages of this match. Can we see someone perhaps find the winner? Was looking for a long while like it was going to be the Monaro Panthers match, but in pretty similar circumstances to last week. They're in a situation where they're in a high-scoring draw as Murray has it on the wing, looks for Hagi. It's a beautiful ball in. Can play it. He plays himself in and he finds the winner. Unbelievable. He just beat Vella there on that left side, and when it wasn't his afternoon earlier, it's his afternoon now, and he's scored the winner, and that'll be it, I think. That'll just about be it. It's just been an incredible game. You thought when Monaro went up 3-0 in the early stages of this first half, it was just about curtains, but that red card has completely changed the complexion of this game. A couple of errors from Whedon. Hagi gets his double, and it's 4-3 to Tuggeranong. Now with it all to do are the Monaro Panthers. They did score one last week in the 90th minute. Very, very similar situation. It was a goal to Whedon Western in the 89th minute, and it was Monaro who were able to answer, but you just don't think it'll happen this week. Hagi just trying to time waste. He is on that yellow card, so he does have to be careful. Played in by Samuel Hall, who's now forward, but he is giving away the free kick as the sun sets on the hills just behind the oval, and you just wonder how much time is left for Monaro to try and salvage something from this game. They'd be bitterly disappointed if they don't get a point from this game, given the situation they were in earlier. So that's Gaia. He'll just send it long, and what a ball there for Hagi, and he'll just take it to the corner flag and just control it as Vella tries to get it. It's Piccolo actually, and Ross Buchan joins in, but in the end it's going to be a Monaro ball. The players protest. Hagi doesn't, so he might have thought it was last off him, but plays a ball back, and under immense pressure is Whedon, and that really would have put the nail in the coffin for Monaro. Whedon plays it quick. They really have to now. They don't really have much time. It's the ball long, looking for Stegovic. Slavic with him every bit of the way. And it's a poor ball. Plenty of time there for Gaia. He's got plenty of time. Beats one. Beats the second. Could he be in on goal? No, he just sends it to the left side of the post. He's done a lot of running as Gaia, and it's a bit sore after that one. So ball in from Whedon. Plays Stegovic. Left it for Piccolo, and Walsh just sends it high into the stand, and it can't be taken. And darkness sort of falls across the pitch with the sun setting. It's really got a bit of chill about it now. Stegovic with Mayer. Stegovic plays Ross Buchan to Piccolo. Plays it to Smith. Plays it in. Stegovic. Back across the face. And they claim the goal, but nothing coming. The linesman was right in line with it. That would have almost been perhaps a fitting finish to what has been such an incredible game, but it's not to be, as Mayer gets some assistance from Walsh for some cramp. That'll continue to run the clock down, but there's plenty of extra time here. So it's thrown in by Lavaza. But again, Barisic with the scissor kick clearance, and Whedon a long way from home. Has a centre back, and Gaia. He just sends it long. Whedon had to deal with it. And Coggin from 40 yards, no. Chance for Murray, no. Whedon's back home, so he just stops to run down the clock. Plays Coggin. Very clever there from Tuggeranong. Not giving the ball away, and they win it. Summersby Mitchell in well there with the tackle, but couldn't win the ball. Couldn't be much time at all. Referee has another look at his watch. Played him well there. And that's it. Tuggeranong, in incredible circumstances, come from 3-0 down from early in the second half to win the game. It was some fantastic play. It was Hagi with the double, and it was his winner in the 89th minute. And it's one of those games where you really can't really find the words to describe it, because it looked for a long time like the Monaro Panthers were going to win this one, but it's not to be. And you really have to look at that Edward McCarthy sending off after the third goal for Monaro that really opened the door for Tuggeranong. It was Shane Murray was able to score the penalty, and in the end it's Tuggeranong 4 winning the game against Monaro 3. It's Brent Ford here from Duncan Sporting Field in Googong, and we'll join you next week. Thanks for tuning in.